Hello! Attention, all ASMers. Alright, no, actually I don't got the energy to do a bit right at the start. I'm very exhausted today. I had a statistics lecture all day yesterday. Then I went out with some friends in the evening, and I still had to go up early for more classes, and I'm pretty exhausted. Hello Anon, welcome to the stream. But this is gonna be a chill stream. It's probably gonna be a long boy stream. Didn't have time to do one yesterday because class was so long. But we're gonna make up for it today. And last time we, I think we fixed all the bugs with the looping terrain. So looks like this. We also got the terrain generation set up and working. So as we can see here, the terrain. Okay. So as you can see, this is just a mess. The randomly generated terrain is just a mess. I can't even get up here. It's a mess. But it does work. Technically it does work. The level loops like it should, and all the terrain gets randomly generated, and it also gets cleaned up after it scrolls off screen. So it gets generated, I think it's 10 tiles ahead of the camera, and then it gets cleared 1 tile behind the camera, and the level does loop. So we have this infinite, slightly random level that we're gonna use for the first phase of the boss. And this Koopa right here is of course the representation of the boss. We don't have any graphics for him yet, but we don't need it. We're just setting up the basics still. And the main problem right now is that our terrain generation code sucks. Or the code is fine, but the data we're feeding the routine is garbage. It's absolute trash. As you can see, this is not a playable level at all. This is absolutely terrible. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do some technical design. So we're gonna design data chunks that will work well with the code we have come up with. And let's go here. We haven't really structured the code in a way that I like. We have usually I have a double tab indentation on my code. If I leave something here with just 1 tab like this, it's because I consider this code temporary. So I do this so that it really stands out, and this is how I remember that, oh, this is not finished yet. So this here, I think this rate of generating stuff is fine, and this rate is for generating stuff in front. And no, it totally isn't. Right. This and 1F and then index with that. Right. So this is for your cleaning up stuff behind the camera, and this is for generating stuff in front of the camera every 8 frames. Because that's how often the camera has scrolled 16 pixels. I think that's right anyway. That seems unreasonable. It moves 1 pixel every other frame, doesn't it? Let's double check. I think I might be generating more stuff than I need. Let's see. 2 frames, 1 pixel. 2 frames, 1 more pixel, yeah. So it should actually be doing this once every 32 frames, I think. I think I just cranked it up a lot because I wanted to see if it would, if you could actually generate that much at once, and it can, apparently. So let's make this. See what happens now with the much slower generation rate. And we get something like this, which is, it kind of looks more and less messy at the same time. Okay, so it doesn't get as full of garbage. This is still pretty garbage, but it's less bad, I guess. But so let's see, what did I say last time? I think I said something like we will probably be generating stuff column by column, which is sort of how we're doing it, but the data we're feeding it is in this chunk format here. So you can put one of these, like you put a pointer to this label here, then you have a header of 1 byte, which is just how many bytes are in the chunk, and then we have an offset byte where the low nibble is the x offset and the high nibble is the y offset, and then we have the block number here, and you just put all the blocks like this. So 3 bytes per block. And I do, this looks pretty messy with all these label names here, but I really think it makes it easier because you can just copy this and then just put whatever you want in here and it will be generated. So that's why I do it this way. So, what are we gonna generate? I think the first thing we're gonna do is just make a, we are gonna generate like column by column, and we're just gonna give it like a random height and see how that works. So let's see, what height do we want to start at? We probably want to start like, let's start here, I guess, at like, what height is this? 21. Is this in hex or des? It's in des. What's that? 1b, right? 1bo. Let's start at 1bo plus a random like number up to 8, I think. So this is where we're getting the height. Let's see, we're getting the RNG value. 8 blocks is probably good. And then let's add 1BO. Isn't that way too much? Isn't this one way too much? I feel like 1BO should be like down here. Am I crazy? Oh right, 20 is 14, not 1A. So we're minus 6 on this, right? And what is B again? It's 11. So 150, I guess. Let's see how this turns out. And let's make sure we, instead of this like random index to the chunk table, we are just gonna get the, what did I call it? The column, I think. Yeah, the column. Like so. Let's go. Oh. Okay, we're getting this. I don't know why this one is only 2 blocks. That's weird. Why is this only 2 blocks? They should all be 4. Why is that only 2 blocks on one of them? Also, some of these end up way too far down. Also, this is weird. Some of these are only single blocks. Whatever. I'm guessing this one here just is further down. Let's see here. What can we do about this? Let's do... maybe 8 blocks is just too much. Yeah, let's do 4 blocks. I don't really know what I'm doing here. Like, I don't know what process is like good for doing something like this. I'm just gonna kind of throw stuff at the wall and see what works. Okay, this like looks a little bit more reasonable, right? We're gonna need a lot more work to make this like good. But this is a start. This is a start. And of course, since we're writing map 16 block numbers directly, we can easily make this work with like any terrain that the designers want us to use later. We're just gonna let Mario die here so I can sip some tea. More like slurp some tea, am I right? Okay. I also had some ideas. What if we keep track of the height we generate something at? You can see here we're writing the height here. This is the height that we're writing here, a equal to height here. What if we save this and then we make sure that the height can't vary too much in between, like from iteration to iteration. And we might even, yeah, so what do we say here? What do we say about this? But we also don't want it to be too chaotic, right? Like, this looks like some distortion map generated it. But not even that, just It's too chaotic. I feel like I'm lacking a vision for how this random terrain should work or how it should look. Maybe I should try to find some sort of like example of a boss that does this that I'm trying to do. Any ideas in the chat? What do you think I should do? I'm just gonna Google some stuff, see if I can find anything. What if we did it like screen by screen? Maybe that's better. Okay, yeah, now that I think about it, we're probably not gonna do like column by column. That's too hard to, it's too difficult for me to wrap my head around. And I probably don't want this like googa terrain. So let's see, we're gonna rethink our approach here a little bit. Let's kill these. And let's come up with some like good screens. We're gonna have some of these. We'll just use these blocks for now. I think they're plenty good. So let's see, how could a screen look? It could be like, maybe they should always end on like a certain height, or like this height like plus minus 1 maybe. I think that might be good. So let's make this a thing, we put it here. Like this can be one. What is that? What am I even doing? We'll get somewhere. It's gonna work out. I am an unreasonable optimist after all. Like that. Okay, let's make this into a chunk. How would we do that? So we just write this, right? So we go... So we are gonna use this chunk table then. But we're not gonna use these chunks. These chunks, they're banned. Bad chunks. And to start, and this is gonna be, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a different offset here. Let's see, generate chunk, where are we? Here. No, up here. So we restore this code here. We're not gonna base this on the frame count anymore. We're going to base it on this. And we're gonna do it every time we're entering a new screen. I think that's best. This is probably gonna be a little bit expensive. Actually, this might be, might cause lag spikes, because there's gonna be a lot of chunk transfers on the frames that it happens. So that might be bad. But we'll test it, So we get RNG here, we get this chunk table. Let's start with 3, I think that's a good number. And we'll get this. Right, this is gonna generate it too far ahead, I think. So we want it to start, we want it to be aligned here, like at the screen border, right? So let's just do, I don't know, what is that? What are we missing here? 60? Yeah, A is 10. So whenever this is equal to 60, we generate a new chunk. Is that right? I think so. Let's test it. Whenever that is, yes. So it's going to be based on, right, I didn't set the height. Again, I didn't set the height. So we're not gonna use RNG here. We're just gonna have presets for now. So let's set the height to, I guess let's set the height to this. This should be CO, right? So it's going to start, this is 16. It's going to start up here. So this is gonna be position 0. So we want this like plus a bunch. That's probably too high up. Is it? No, it's not. It's not. That's good. Perfect. Is everything on screen, right? So it's screen relative. So this is the bottom. So this is plus C. CO. And now we start just typing stuff out. D, E, F. Wait, this isn't the screen. It should be -2 here. Because D is the last one. C, B, A, like so. So that's that column. And then we just repeat that for the next one. Then we repeat it for the next one. Except this one doesn't have as many. It doesn't have this one. So we repeat this one. Okay, this is definitely gonna be too much for doing all in one frame. So I'll have to think about how we do this. Maybe we split them into like half screens, but that's still gonna be too many. What if we split them into like fourth screens? So we'll do like, this is what one chunk here, right? So this is gonna be a chunk, and then this could be a chunk, this could be a chunk, this could be a chunk, right? Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna have, Well, let's test this anyway. Let's test this anyway. 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, AB. And then we get more of these. It's gonna be B, C, 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 D, C. And then D, the D. And then we, I guess I just repeat this for the last two. A, E, B, E, C, E, D, E. Very nice. And then the last one. So this is how a table would look if we're trying to generate each screen at once. But this is ridiculous. This would this will never work. This is way too much stuff going on in one frame. So we're still gonna have to split this up somehow. I'm not sure. Oh, that doesn't work. Oh, right, because I didn't update this. So single block screen type 1, I guess. And then we have to replace these because we're still using RNG to index. That's not good. Like so. Let's kill these and make. Come on, go. Oh, this does not work at all. You see, as you can see here, I'm running into like invisible terrain, which means I was. Whoa! That was whack. Okay, we're generating a bunch of invisible tiles again. No way, Anon. I hate having things in different files. Okay, it seems like these tiles are real. These blocks are real for sure. But then we're also generating invisible tiles. Okay, I wonder what I did different this time. I guess I'm generating them too close. See up here. 1A60. We're still adding 1AO. I thought that would be enough. Why doesn't this work anymore? It worked. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Could it be that we're. Could it be that. Either way, there's no way this is gonna work. I didn't really notice any lag though. It's weird. Yeah, I've seen that, Anon, in your setups. You have a lot of like separate files. So like sometimes Sometimes I will split things off a little bit, but that's probably like the biggest difference between our styles. I like to keep like one thing in one file most of the time. I think it's very annoying for me when I have to go between different files when I want to change something. But then again, I'm used to working on Extra Mario World, where all the graphics are hand-drawn by Eminus. We don't really have ripped sprites, so it's pretty common that something gets changed and I have to go like into one of the graphics tables and change them. And because I have to do that pretty often, it's more convenient to have it all in one file. For this project, I'm gonna do everything in my style, sort of show how I do things. So this is how it's gonna be for now. Let's see, do we see any lag spikes? I really don't see any lag spikes, which is surprising. But also the boss isn't really doing anything. Like we don't, this boss is gonna have a huge animation in this phase, so that's probably gonna take a lot of CPU cycles. So I really can't expect this to work. So we probably are going to split it into split each screen into 4. Does this like show this? No. So we're probably gonna split it into 4. So let's see. Here is gonna be the cutoff for the first one. There's still a lot of stuff we're generating, but it's probably fine. Like this is a fine amount. Fine amount. Chunk 1. I guess I'm just calling them chunk 1 and chunk 2 and whatever. I don't know. I don't have a strong opinion on it right now. Considering I still don't really know what I'm doing. We go there for 2. And then the last one is gonna be here. And we are going to give them different numbers so they don't end up colliding with each other or whatever. And is this gonna be any better? Obviously we need to change these offsets here. I'm kind of thinking while I'm doing this like grunt work of just changing numbers. It still hasn't really clicked for me how we're gonna do this. Like I'm still not super happy with this approach for the chunks. But we'll get to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see if this works. And then here on, where was it? Here. So we're not gonna generate every 1F frames. Yeah, I guess we're going back to the frame counter. We really are going back to the frame counter. And we're gonna use this one because it's very important that we don't... it's very important that we don't... What is it? Oh, right, now I remember how this works. Yeah, so it's definitely 1F. So that times 4 is just that. So I guess we're cutting out this one. What was I saying again? What was important? I was saying something was important, then I forgot what I was saying. Oh well. Oh! Screen type. I guess I call it chunk type, right? Yeah, chunk, whatever. Chunk 1. That's how you do that. And make. Okay, let's see if we can generate it. Okay, we're getting some of the stuff. This here isn't generating at all. Okay, it seems that we're skipping every other entry. Yeah, we're skipping every other entry. So I guess that's this comparison here isn't good. I guess that's gonna be right then. Oh. No, damn it. Make. Here. Okay, so we're definitely generating some stuff here. This approach is probably gonna be fine, like generating 4 columns every time we generate something. I think that's gonna be good. I think that's gonna be good. Let's see, this almost looks like real terrain at this point, right? Slurp that tea, baby boy. Okay. It tends to be flat. It tends to be very, very flat. I guess that's because there are two chunks that are just flat. So every chunk has a 50% of just being flat. So like 1/4 of the time you get 2 in a row, 1/8 of the time you get 3 in a row. Oopsie. I wonder if we're gonna use some sort of RNG control for this, like we did for the attack AI, to prevent the same chunk from being repeated too much. Maybe we are gonna do that, maybe we are not. Let's just make more chunks for now. So what chunks would be good to make? We can have one that is like it is easier if we visualize this, right? So we made this one. What chunks do we have so far? We should just place them somewhere. Let's see. Let's put them here, outside the level. So we have this chunk. We have this chunk, and we have yeah, the reverse this chunk, like so. So these are the ones we have, right? These chunks. So what do we want to make now? I guess we can have yeah, a chunk like this, why not? So we can have that chunk. We can have a chunk that is just this with something up here, like so. Yeah, let's make that. So let's add these chunks. So chunk 3, we're gonna give these names now. Ramp, what do we call this? Ramp right. It's gonna be ramp left. Ramp left. Ramp right. Flat 2. This can be flat 3. Maybe we should have a flat 1 as well. Yeah, let's make a flat 1. Oh! Damn, I'm not very dexterous today. I'm so tired! So let's see, I guess we just remove the C and we just have the D left. On flat 3 we do the opposite, we add a B above. Damn, there. Like so. Flat 1, 2, 3. Is that right? Yeah, sure. Do we need a flat 4? No, definitely not, right? Or do we? I don't fucking know. Let's try it. I feel stupid at this point. No, we don't want flat 4, I don't think. Let's not have flat 4, it's gonna be too chaotic. But let's add this one. Platform type 1. And it starts with flat 2. But we also add 2 tiles above here. So we do, on this, we have one that is how many tiles above? 4 tiles above. So it's not C, it's gonna be 8. And we have this as well on number 2. We did add flat 1. Let's see, we also added platform type 1. I'm sorry to hear that, Anon. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see, platform type 1. Let's make a pit. Pit type 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's make 1 pit type and 2 platform types. Let's make this based on flat 1, I guess. Remove all the C's. I guess that's good for type 2. I see. Yeah, scrolling sucks. Usually what I do, I just control F and type the label name I want to go to, and then I just jump to it. Let's see, we also made a pit, right. So let's make sure we do actually get that here. So this is pit type 1, and we're gonna remove these. We don't need to care about cleaning these up because that's being done automatically. So I guess we're getting a flat 2 and then just punching a hole in it. Maybe we're actually gonna give it a bit of a crater. Yeah, let's give it a bit of a crater. Flat 2, sounds like it would be some sort of notes. Like I would know anything about music. I think I'm a nerd. Let's see, here. I guess this is really makes it a flat 3 though, doesn't it? Yeah, it really does. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we turn these into... Wait, we only need these on C and D, right? And E, actually. And we're gonna turn these into air blocks. Yeah, like so. And then here on this we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exactly 8, very good. So we go up here, RNG, and we get 1 more bit. Make... Let's see what we get. Okay, this is very flat. This is very flat and boring. Did we just get the same chunk that many times in a row? That's absurd. That's absolutely absurd. There's no way we can allow that. Okay, we're getting some varied terrain here. Getting some varied terrain. It feels like we're... I feel like we should have seen a platform or pit type by now. This doesn't feel right. Seems like there's something missing. Okay, and now we're getting a lot of flats again. Lots of flats in a row. Strippers make you happier. Now I don't know what you're talking about, Anon. A stripper tool? Would you mind explaining? I'm not getting any platform chunks. 0 platform chunks. That's not good. Why am I not getting any platform chunks? How far do we have to go to get platform chunks? Okay, that's weird. We are going to mess around with this a little bit. Let's see here, RNG and 7. That should be good, right? Well, let's see this value in real time, see what we're actually getting. Oh, okay, it doesn't actually... I see. Ramp left. So what's wrong with this? What did I say here? RAM left. Oh my gosh, I wasn't inserting, of course. No, where are we? Next. No, that was it. Like so. Let's go. Okay. This is kind of whack because this hasn't been cleaned yet. But I think, we got the same one twice in a row again. Okay, we got a pit 1. We got flat 3 followed by pit 1. Oh no, the boss died! Followed by ramp left. And then we have flat 2, platform type 2. Flat 3, platform type 1. Platform 2. What is this? What is this type here? Did I make anything like this? It goes all the way down to 1 and then up. What in the world? I guess I must have. I guess I must have made this. Then we get 2 pits in a row. Okay, yeah, this can be a little nasty. If we get the same one in a row too much. Okay, I really don't like this, that it can generate the same chunk twice in a row. Feels very... This feels very procedural. This doesn't feel like a designed level, which it's not. This is randomized, but I feel like this doesn't have the right oomph to it. Doesn't have the right soul or spirit or whatever. This doesn't feel good. So at the very least, I'm going to add some sort of basic RNG control to this. So how do we do that? Is what I'm wondering. We're gonna eat up so many sprite registers. We're probably gonna have to branch into free RAM at some point, but we'll keep trucking. We'll keep on trucking. Let's see, gonna look up some sprite tables. Sprite boy tables. And the previous one was 1594. 1594. Let's see, classic piranha plants. And then the next one is off-screen flag. That is completely useless. We will never use that. So we're just gonna take that. Imagine actually using the default graphics codes. 1594. Next one is this. Yeah, I guess it's just gonna have this name, whatever. RNG control. I guess we can call it that. 15AO. Let's see there. Average watch time 420. That's pretty based. Shoutouts to Anon. There. And then we go here. What was that weird one? That weird chunk that I didn't recognize. Let's see. Maybe we won't encounter it again. Maybe we're just super lucky. I guess we don't need this here actually. Let's do that here, and then we can save 1 byte here, and we can also do this compared to RNG control, and then we store to RNG control at the same time. No, we don't yet. Increment A. No, wait, no. We have the same and here, I guess. Yeah, this is fine. This is absolutely fine. Now this should help us to never get the same chunk twice in a row. Oh, that just crashes. That just straight up crashes. How come? So what is going wrong here? Right, I get used to the plus label again. That's no good. Valid chunk, I guess we can call it. Maybe we can branch this out to something else later. Valid chunk. New chunk. Oh, okay, that's a flat one. Right, okay, so this should be a bit better now. Wait, what is it doing? How did it fall down? What? What? How did he fall through that? What is he doing? How did the boss fall here? Why is it falling through the ground? That doesn't make any sense. Oh well, it's not like we worked much on his physics anyway. Okay, so here we're getting... This is... Wait, this is still the same one twice in a row, isn't it? This is platform type 1. How can this happen? Oh man. Here we're definitely getting some weird stuff. Okay. I must be making some sort of weird mistakes here that I'm not intending. Because this is definitely... These chunks don't exist. Sure, this is not the same one twice in a row, but this chunk doesn't exist. Like, this is not a thing. Maybe that's fine though. We don't really want this though. We don't want this to exist. There's a reason we only have one chunk with the 4-block wild platform, right? This is fine, I think, but when the platform gets like 8 tiles wide, it's a little ridiculous. Okay, again, we're getting a lot of like the same one twice in a row, even though that should not be able to happen. So we're using the cleaner table, same as before. Shouldn't be any problems with that. But what is going on with this stuff is what I'm wondering. What's going on with this stuff? So we're comparing it to RNG control, right? If it's not equal, we just go, just proceed, whatever. If it is equal, we increment by 1, and then we still end 7, so we have a number 0 through 7. And then we proceed as usual. So we did change it. So what is going wrong here? What is going wrong in here? I guess we are going to check this in real time. See if we're getting anything weird. Could it be that the high byte of y is actually being used by something? 4, 3, 5, wait. Did it change too quickly here? 3, 4, 2, 5, 1. The boss fell through again. Why is it sometimes falling through the floor? That doesn't make any sense. Why can he do that? He's using the default like base physics thing. So how does he fall through the floor? Okay, that was definitely 2 twos in a row. Yeah, you can. This is ridiculous. How is this happening? This is stupid. Is this being written to by something? Let's see here. This is stupid. Is something writing to this? Oh yeah, what is this? What is this? 1 and 0? 1 and 0? What was that? That was was that 129? B6. What is happening here? This is absurd. Is this a cursed address? What is writing to this? I don't think I'm calling any macros that can write to it. Right? Right? Okay, let's see. What is this actually? What is this address? We're gonna debug this. I don't accept this. 3376. No wait, this is without SA1. So it's actually this 15AO. Debug. I don't accept this. We are going to debug this and figure out what's happening. I think I set the okay, wait, let's just start here by seeing which sprites we actually have loaded. 14C8. What offset is this sprite spawned at? So we go here. It spawned with the index B, which is the highest index. Not very surprising. So we want to go to 15AB. Right. Run. Nope. Nothing's writing to it apparently. Let's see, is this correct? Plus 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then, no, wait, that's not right. 14C8, none of these are set. This is way more than 16. Oh, here. 0, okay, so it's number 7, not B. Okay, go again. Nothing is writing to it. That's a little strange, don't you think? 15A7. It's definitely being written to by something. It's definitely being written to by something. Could it be that we don't have the sprite index loaded here? Could that be? Could that be even possibly the case? So here, generate chunk. I don't think we're reloading the sprite index after. We are totally not reloading the sprite index after. So maybe we don't even want to put RNG control in a sprite register. Yeah, let's not put it in a sprite reg. Let's just put it in a free RAM. Let's put it here with this one, RNG control. It's going to be just 61 because that's also a free RAM by default. And this one is free. Okay, we can close that, and now it should definitely work. This time we're not doing anything weird, I think. Okay, we get a pit, we get a ramp, we get platform type 1, boss fell off, whatever. We get a pit again, we get flat 1, flat 2, another flat 1, platform type 1. Okay, so this sort of terrain is fine. I think I like this a lot more than the previous one. I definitely think I like this more than the previous one. And then we get a pit. Maybe pits are too hard. Maybe pits are too like mean to the player, considering you'll be fighting the boss here. We could always make the terrain generation depend on the boss's HP. We could do that, so we could make it like so when the boss has taken a bunch of damage, the pits start appearing in the level. Okay, Anon, what do you think about this level? Do you think it looks great? Fun to play? Okay, this no, look at this. We got the same chunk 3 times in a row. How can that still happen? How is this still happening? I thought... what am I doing wrong? This is ridiculous. Why isn't this working? This should never be the same one twice in a row. Yeah, okay, so right now you might hear that I'm quite upset. So you see here, I got the same chunk 3 times in a row. That should never happen. It should never be the same thing. More like, oh come on, man! Don't do SNWC dirty like that. Like obviously there are a lot of noobs on Super Mario World Central, but there are a lot of people who are really good at level design too. But this should never result in the same thing twice in a row, right? Like what am I? Did I not update the header table or something? They're definitely all updated. Unless... No, this looks fine as well. Flat 3. Seems fine. They all have headers, which is good. Platform type 2. Could it be that this is a platform type 2 where the platform didn't spawn? But why would the platform not spawn? That doesn't make sense either. There's no clue anywhere. Oh. Yeah, that's exactly what I have done, I think. Like you see here, these are two different chunks. These are two different platform chunks. There was that one time that we got the same chunk several times in a row. Otherwise, it seems like it's working fine. Like, these chunks are different, you can see. And the chunks are 4 tiles wide, or 4 blocks wide. Let's see if we can get it to happen again. So this looks fine, this looks fine. Not a great level, I guess, but the generation is working just fine. Yeah, this is uneven and nice. Uneven and nice. Yeah, I can't get it to happen again, I think. Yeah, so if you're curious, Anon, this is what I did here. I am getting a random number from my RNG define, and I'm comparing it to RNG control, and if it's different, we just go forward. If it's the same as the previous one, which I'm storing here right before I load this one, right? So this is always whatever chunk was loaded last time. Then I just increase it by 1 and then, you know, wrap around from 8 to 0. Oh yeah, this mechanic was way easier to set up than I thought it would be. And most of the work here was just experimenting to see if it would even work in the first place. For example, the looping code is just, it's just this. This is enough to just make the level loop. Okay. How in the world can this ever result in... I don't know, I'm really confused right now. RNG control... We're just gonna look at this, see if... do we ever get the same thing a lot of times in a row? 5, 6, yeah, 5, 6 is fine. 7 is fine as well. 7, 5. Yeah, I could do that. I don't really see the point. I'm just making one sprite here. Yeah, but I'm not making the sprite for myself though. I'm making this for SMWCP2. So it's already gonna be used for a pretty specific purpose. But yeah, maybe I will release this later as a standalone, I don't know. I am coding it in hybrid format after all. But let's see if we can get the triple chunk to appear one more time. It doesn't seem like it happens. But also it only happened one time. So it seems... Okay, here. Wait. 5... No, what did it say here? It says it was allowed to... But now I'm replaying it, so it's gonna be different, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, but that was definitely the same one twice in a row. This is... So let's see, what is this? This here is... so this is the pit, and this is ramp. This is flat 3, and this is another ramp. So this is fine. This is actually not the same one several times in a row. This is also a ramp. Bunch of different platforms after each other. Okay, this is pretty silly. Okay, what is this? Actually, this is weird. How can this happen? What is this? This shouldn't be a thing. This shouldn't be a thing. There shouldn't be a tiny hole here. That's really weird. There's no chunk like that. Yeah, there are a lot of shared routines that can be useful for sure. I wonder if there are any weird bugs in this code here that I just haven't seen yet. That could be one explanation for sure. It's really weird that this would be inconsistent in any way because it's so simple. I really can't see what would cause this to fail here. So I'm just gonna, unless, no, I don't think RNG is ever written to in 16-bit mode, right? No, it's not. So what do we do here? What do we do here? So we have, so one weird thing, right? Oh no, damn it, I moved the table. I was supposed not to do this. Now it's not aligned with Bly's cap anymore. Alright. So this chunk here shouldn't be able to exist. This tiny hole here that Mario is standing in, I don't know how that ends up there. This is platform type 2. No, wait, this is, I'm actually wrong. It's this thing that shouldn't exist. This tile should not exist. And this tile should not exist. Huh. That's weird. What could cause this? I wonder... Oh, that means the triple chunk must have been... It wasn't actually the same chunk 3 times in a row. It was flat 2, flat 1, flat 2. But the flat 1 didn't actually get any... it didn't actually get to clear its air above it. It didn't actually clear the air. I guess that must be it. Yeah, that has to be the explanation. That has to be the explanation. Okay, so on platform type 2, which is this one, I kind of like this little pit here. I think I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, we're gonna have to rewrite this a little bit here. So this is going to be C1 is going to be air, and then let's see here, C2. No, C2, also gonna be air. And then we just get a copy of this one on height C, like so. And then on flat 1, we just add a bunch of air above everything, I guess. Oh, that's not the right number. Like so, that should do it, I think. That should work. Okay, let's see. I'm pretty excited about this now. Pretty excited about this. Okay, we got a flat 1. No! No! I entered the wrong block number! This is awful! That's unacceptable. We don't want that. What did I write? Where did I put this? 130, 125, 25, 25, 25. Where is it? Where is it? There, 15. That's not right. Okay, there we go. That should do it. Let's go. Damn it. That's the wrong window, Windows. Stupid OS. Okay. Here. So this is a flat 1, followed by a pit, followed by a flat 1, followed by a pit. Okay, this is pretty stupid as well. Maybe, just maybe, instead of just doing, you can't do the same one twice in a row, each chunk has like a cooldown. So after it's been used, it can't be loaded for a certain number of chunks, like maybe 3 chunks. That's definitely gonna make things more... It's definitely gonna reduce the amount of time you see the like same chunk repeated closely after each other. For example, this could never happen. You can never get this. And this is a pretty awful setup, right? That is definitely gonna give more weight to like more flat chunks, because that's the most common type. We have flat 1, flat 2, flat 3. You also have the ramps that are pretty flat. So I think I'm gonna try that actually. So let's see here. We're gonna get rid of the RNG control thing, and instead we just add. Let's just grab some chunk of free RAM. Where is free RAM in this game? It's been so long since I did anything with Super Mario World without it being extra Mario World. Let's see. This a buffer that is used for uploading mode 7 data. I'm sure we can use this. What could possibly go wrong? 1BA3 is what we're gonna use. So this is apparently 64 free bytes, according to the RAM app, and we're going to call this chunk cooldown. I have a pretty cool plan for this. Let's get rid of RNG control. Here. And what do we do here? We do... so every time we generate a new chunk, we want to do this. X is going to be equal to... where is it? Chunk table. Give that an end label. Chunk table end minus chunk table, and then we just is that right? -1, of course. And then we load chunk cooldown. No, just decrement all of them like this. Dex BPL minus. We don't even need to do that. That's good enough to keep forever, I think. And then we do this, right? Tags chunk. Oh wait, we can't do this. That's not good. We need to. We don't want to decrement something that's already 0. That's no good. So we do that. Chunk cooldown. If it's 0, this is a valid chunk. Otherwise, we get a new chunk. We do this. And then we just repeat here. Like so. And yes, we're using 2 minus labels, but they're like properly set up, so it's fine. This should be fine. This should be fine. This should make it so that it... oh right, of course. And then instead of this, we get that, and then we actually and X is still the right value, right? It is. So we just set the cooldown to like 3. I think that's good. Chunk cooldown, like so. That doesn't work. Chunk table end wasn't found. Are you serious? Okay, sublabel, of course. Of course, always use sublabels. Oh, that crashed. No, it didn't crash, it froze. So it's an infinite loop somehow. Valid chunk. Doesn't this imply, if this fails, doesn't it imply that there are no free chunks? Chunk cooldown is just... maybe we need to put this in init actually, to make sure this is cleared. Chunk cooldown. No. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like so. Now there should definitely be free chunks, right? That are not on cooldown. It fails anyway? Are you serious? Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna have to debug this, I think. Slurp, slurp. Slurp that tea. So what is failing here? That's what we have to wonder about. So we skip here, we get this, blah blah blah. Chunk table end to chunk table. We load this. If it's I keep doing it. Oh. Okay, now I'm pretty mad actually. No chunk. I'm just gonna give this a name. This is ridiculous. How many times am I gonna make the same mistake? No chunk. Here, yeah, that's fine. Now we make it again. And this time it's gonna work. Check it. Wait, this is no good. This is terrible. This is the worst. This is the worst result yet. This is so bad. Haven't seen anything this bad in a while. No! This is the worst possible outcome. So let's see here. How could that happen? EQ, value chunk. Which one is that even? Wait, that's not even a chunk. What's happening? Yeah, this is a little silly. Is this not right? Chunk table and oh, I see. I don't. -1. Okay, is that better? Maybe. So now we're getting 1 byte for each chunk instead. That should be better. I don't know if that actually matters, but let's try it. And then here, we're getting a random 1 out of the 8 possible ones. We're getting the index in X. Then we're checking the cooldown. If the cooldown is 0, this is valid. So we just use it, right? And then we set the cooldown to 3, okay? If the cooldown is not 0, we get a new one. So we increment A, then we go back here. We make sure it's within the right span with the N7. We get the index, we check the cooldown again. So we can do this several times, right? What do you mean, Anon? What do you mean avoid death by scroll? I mean, you're supposed to be able to die if you get stuck on the terrain. That's a feature. Oh, let's see. Misplaced my hand. We're still getting this. Oh wait, oh these are real chunks. We're getting, you know, it freezes. What in the world is going on? Is this not free RAM? Did I take something that isn't free RAM, maybe? That's possible, right? I think I'm gonna have to check the debugger here. According to the RAM app, that should be free as long as no mode 7 thing is active. What was it? 1B-A3, I think. 1B-A3. Don't tell me it's getting set on level init after the sprite is being spawned. That's too dumb. There's no way, right? There's no way. There's no way. No, it's all cleared, right? It's all clear. And it is 1B-A3 for sure. Yeah. Damn it. It's definitely 1B-A3. Okay, so what could be going wrong here? So let's just step through it, I guess, see what happens. Let's put a breakpoint on this. Go. That's not right. Here, because this is where we're generating a chunk, right? Oh boy. So we're getting number, AF, whatever. It's 7, tax. Whoa, I love taxes. So actually we should have put the breakpoint here. So let's do that. And we're gonna step back. No, damn it. Here. Okay, there we go. So we're loading these. These are all 0. These are all 0. So what's the problem? Okay, we step through these. Okay, cool. We get this. X is 7 for sure. It's fine. So we get this. Then we set the cooldown here. Very epic. Okay, so now this is 3, right? Because X is 7, so this is the last one, right? So load again. See, when we load the next one. Okay, so we go here, go through them all, decrement this one, right? It was decremented, excellent. So step through the rest of them, no one else should change. And they don't. And we get 7 again! We rolled 7 again. What are the odds? But we sure did it. We sure did it. I mean, it can happen, right? It's a 1 in 8 chance. So let's see. We load this one again, tax. So we load this, but it's 2, so we can't use it. So we... No! Now I'm so frustrated. I can't believe I forgot this again. I'm too tired to be doing this today, man. Now I'm getting salty. Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna take a short break in a little while just to cool off. Because I don't wanna like embarrass myself on stream by being angry at my own code. So obviously the reason it doesn't work is because here I'm just incrementing A after I just read this table. Of course it doesn't work. So what I do is I just get X back here. Yeah, von Saltenheit. It's gonna be a meme one day. Okay, so now it definitely works. Check it. This definitely works. Oh my gosh. It doesn't work. No! Oh, this is terrible. It didn't crash anymore. It didn't crash. That's an improvement. So why does this always read 7? Why does this always read 7? Is it even always 7? Nope. Ramp right, ramp left, it's 0 always. What in the world? Right, okay, I see. So here, after we're getting... Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what's going wrong. We need that there as well. Now we just added 4 cycles to this loop, so I don't know if this is even optimal anymore. We might have to restructure that. Okay, but this is already looking a lot better. Okay, boss falls down. Excellent. Didn't like him anyway. So we get flat 1, flat 2, flat 3, and now these can't be used for a while, so we're gonna get platforms. So for any one chunk being generated at this point, there are going to be 5 options instead of 8. Because there are always going to be 3 chunks on cooldown, but it's random which 3 chunks are on cooldown. But it also means that you can't get the, for example, after here, you get the pit, right? You can't get another pit for a full screen. So the fact that we do have a few annoying chunks means that that's not going to be a problem, because we're not going to get an annoying chunk like 2 or 3 times in a row or anything. We sometimes get setups like this, which is pretty mean, but there's always like a path through it, right? So I think it's fine. All right, thank you for your view time, Anon. I appreciate it. Thank you for the chat. You've been a great viewer, and I look forward to your stream if you set it up. Enjoy your lunch, dude. Wait, this looks very long. Oh, right, it's flat 2 followed by a ramp. Of course it looks long. This is platform type 1 followed by flat 2. Right. So this looks fine. Oh! Yeah, this definitely looks like something. Yeah, so we got it. We got it. And with that, maybe I should just stop for today. We basically accomplished everything I wanted to do, right? Basically accomplished everything I wanted to do. Whew, okay. Random terrain generation setup. That feels pretty good. I'm very happy with how this turned out at this point. Okay, so we got these. We might set up more chunks later. Might have up to 16. That wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. Could work pretty well. Yeah, okay. I think I spent my like tired boy brain juice for the day. So yeah, I'm actually gonna call it a day. This is gonna be the end of the stream. Tomorrow we're gonna continue. I don't really know what we're gonna do tomorrow. Maybe we'll just maybe we'll set up the mech using placeholder graphics. That's probably what we're gonna do, actually. Hook up some hitboxes to it. Basically get it to work. We're gonna have it destroy terrain and everything. So we're gonna have it basically ready for just the graphics to be added when those are drawn. Alright, well, that's it for today. Thank you for anyone who watched. This is fun for me, hope it was fun for you as well, and hopefully everyone who watches can learn. Goodbye!